Finally on another adventure.
Yes, doing a little loop. We're going to be going somewhere you guys probably know quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, it's been a very interesting year, 2020.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of changes, especially across ADV China. And we wanted to fill you guys in, plans that were laid that didn't come to fruition, and the plans for ADV China coming up for 2021.
Yeah. So you guys probably saw a video a long time back, got quite a few views, that was talking about the potential of going to a bunch of different countries, moving on, right?
Yeah, ADV World, basically.
ADV World. And we had all that set. We had all the paperwork in order for your visas, because you have to get visas to go everywhere.
Yeah.
We had India, then we were going to do South Korea, and then we were going to do Japan, all within 1 year.
Yep.
We were also going to start filming a little bit differently. We're going to be on the bikes and stuff, obviously, but there's going to be a lot more high production quality involved.
Sure.
With destinations involved and different special vehicles involved, right? Not just like a random scooter or something.
That's right.
And we had all these plans ready, and it was really, we're super pumped. We actually came up with a bunch of PDFs of places we were going to go to, and PowerPoints. We went through all these slides and stuff, and it was we were very excited.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, right after our Vietnam trip, we found out we ran into Corona Chan.
Yeah, pretty much. Wuhan came along and spread the pandemic to the rest of the world, and unfortunately, all our travel plans were cancelled. But luckily for us, when we traveled to Vietnam and Taiwan, we filmed a lot.
Yeah.
And this is something that I insist we do every time we travel somewhere, is film as much as we can. And the idea behind this is we go through a bunch of topics. We try to find evergreen topics, that are not time sensitive. And the idea behind this is if we ever need filler content, because we're out doing an adventure and we can't edit, then we can put this stuff up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Unfortunately, because we couldn't go anywhere, all we were left with really was our filler content from the stuff that we normally.
It's kind of just like backup.
Yeah.
But we had to use the backup because of the pandemic, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I mean, we've still got more Vietnam content, and we still have more Taiwan content, but it's not stuff that we ever thought we'd put on our channel or have to. So that might explain to some of you guys why you've been seeing a lot of Vietnam and Taiwan content. And you might be wondering, why? What's going on? Are you guys still there, or what's happening? Now
we get offers all the time. People are like,
"Oh yeah, if you're still near Hanoi, come and join us." But that happened at the beginning of the year, basically. Anyway, the fact of the matter is we've reached a point where we were hoping that things would change and we'd be able to travel and continue on with our plans.
Sure.
But we just hit this horrible situation where we couldn't, and so we've decided that we're in one of the most interesting places in the world anyway. Everybody knows, California and America, and it's a massive country, and there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff to explore, especially I have not seen a lot of it. I'm sure there's a lot you haven't seen either in this massive country. And so we decided, heck, we're near some very interesting places. How about we go on a little adventure? Why don't we just go to some really interesting local spots and talk about things that are relevant to that. Yeah. And of course, I don't know, maybe you want to go a little bit more on this, but the China focus of our channel, it is ADV China after all. It's not, now that we're no longer in China, we wanted it to be more of an ADV world kind of thing where we discuss things depending on where we are.
Sure.
And focus
with
on
a little
that.
more focus on adventure this time.
Yeah, a little bit more focus on, nice. Yeah, focus on adventure, that kind of thing. But, our roots are still China. We will always be making comparisons, but we want to kind of shift a little further away from that, really, if that makes sense to you.
Well, I mean, just some more of the fun stuff that we have been known for doing.
We're taking a little detour, by the way. We're on our way, as you said, to somewhere very interesting.
We're very far away from that interesting place. We've done a bit of a loop to get out of the house for a while.
Yeah.
So the idea is we like to do what we originally promised and what we originally said.
Yeah.
And we still have those very countries in mind. So when you said that we film a ton, we do film a ton, but it's going to be primarily focused on the very, very good content that has a goal in mind for each episode.
Yeah.
So, like in Japan, our whole focus we're going to talk about doing is we're going to go visit the underground cultures that nobody really talks about in Japan.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you guys ever saw, I did a video about the underground music scene in Japan.
Right.
And that was kind of an inspiration for what we do in Japan is go to places like that, do the underground car scene, you know, the...
Ride there, obviously.
Yeah, of course. It's all about riding motorcycles and cars or whatever there. And so we're going to focus a lot on things like that, for example.
And for the adventure element, so that's like the high production stuff. The adventure element that we had planned for Japan is we're going to do tip to tip, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go from Sapporo all the way up to the top, all the way, you know, where Russia is, all the way down to Okinawa. And we're going to do it on some interesting vehicles. That stuff was what we were so excited to do.
Yeah.
India as well. We were going to do the whole pilgrimage to all the temples.
Yep.
The crazy temples and stuff with the Royal Enfield bikes.
Yep.
And that was going to be fantastic too. And unfortunately, all this bullshit had to happen.
Yeah.
My point is, to circle back to that, what I wanted to get at was all of that stuff is still going to happen.
Yes.
And we appreciate you guys sticking around for this year-long hiatus, really, in a way.
Here, a GoPro fell down.
Did it?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I will BRB. There's so much space back here. You have no idea. You can fit your entire family.
Sure you can. Looks like you're sitting on the floor.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Very low.
Yep.
Not as low as a Corvette,
No.
but it's pretty low.
But hey, it's a 2+2. Is that what they call these?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, is that latched on?
Yeah, good enough.
All right, cool.
Well, you're also wondering why we're not on the bikes, maybe, and in our, in my Firebird. Well, you know, we're going on a pretty long trip right now, and in pandemic time, we need to be able to be in a situation where we can close off, store a bunch of things in here, and do our thing. Don't worry, the bikes are coming back soon. Let's continue on.
Anyway, so that was the idea, right?
Yeah.
And we had all these angles for the day. And South Korea had a bunch of interesting things. I had no idea South Korea had so many bizarre places to visit.
Sure.
Which we've mapped out. And all of this stuff was supposed to happen. We were going to do that one on Harleys, which was going to be hilarious.
Sure.
But we have a hookup to rent Harleys there. And at the end of the day, you can go straight.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, all of that stuff is going to happen, and we're relying right now on the vaccine. So when we get the vaccine, it looks like we're going to get it around May or June, potentially. They've already rolled out the first bit. But we're on schedule to get it around May or June, and when countries start opening back up, then we have that all planned out to do that, right?
Yeah, we'll have to see how things go. I mean, you know.
Sure. That's a tentative plan.
I also can't wait to see the side effects of the vaccine and people's genes being altered and inserting weird chemicals that cause government mind control or whatever.
Please tell everyone you're joking, because you're going to get actual people that think you're that guy.
I'm on the fence. I mean, I'm not a tinfoil hat guy, but what I am is I'm a cautious guy.
Sure.
And I'm cautious about when a new vaccine that's rushed to market.
Sure.
I'm cautious about the side effects it might have.
I understand side effects.
I'm not.
It's looking good so far.
It's looking good. But basically, what he's saying is, when things get to the point where we can travel, you bet your ass we're out there as soon as we can. But in the meantime,
I wanted to say the same plans that we had are the same plans.
Yeah, the same plans. In the meantime, we're going to be focusing incredibly hard on doing adventure here in the States.
Sure.
But it's all going to be done by car and by bike and stuff, and it's going to take us quite a while to go to places.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be changing ADVChina from weekly to every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but with a way higher focus on production.
Yeah, with a much higher, so
not just flip on the camera and talk.
No, it's going to be quality over quantity.
Sure. In longer form.
Yeah. So it's going to be, hopefully, at the end of the day, it's up to you, our audience, to decide whether you prefer it or not. So you will
longer,
be able
better
to,
videos.
Yeah, you will be able to see starting the next episode. Because the next episode will be in 2 weeks after this. You'll be able to decide and tell us and give us the right kind of feedback and help us find the direction that suits you best. Really, through this channel. And by the same token, we've decided to do our live streaming podcast every week now, instead of every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because, live streaming's a heck of a lot easier than going out.
It's not only that, it's like there's so much news and relevant stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
Whereas the adventures, we want a little more focus on the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, hope you've enjoyed what we've done so far.
Stick around. Don't worry if you think American content's boring. We're going to do some. but it has an ending period.
Yeah.
We're going to be hitting the world. Don't worry. As soon as this bullshit's over.
Not only that, there's a hell of a lot of interesting stuff to discover as far as like little hidden secrets in Asia, Chinatowns, and
of course,
Japan towns and things like that we're going to explore too.
Absolutely. Well,
yeah,
that's about it. Anyway,
that's
quick
really
update.
Pretty much
I hate when people do these update videos, but we feel like we owed everyone one.
Yeah, we had to.
The year's over.
Yeah, the year's over. 2021 is looking very positive as far as ADV China is concerned.
Yeah.
At least that's the way we see it. So we can't wait to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us, and I think you'll kind of like where we're going on this little trip we're on right now.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, and you know the drill. Well, actually, do you have anything to tell our subscribers before we sign off?
Whether you joined us for our content in what kind of car is that?
It's like it's
a Mustang
Cadet.
Fox Body.
It's a Fox Body, yeah. It's just
Anyway,
tomato red.
Whether you originally came for the the rural China, whatever we did, and then all the kind of crap that we've morphed into, hopefully you stick around for an even bigger morph for this channel. It's going to be pretty much ADV China, ADV World 2.0.
Yeah.
In a way, we're going to revamp everything, and I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope you don't give up on us, so we're not going to give up on you. We'll keep the content coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, and whether you enjoy our original on-the-ground China content or our original on-the-ground Vietnam or
Taiwan,
original underground, on the ground, actually we're on the car seat right now.
We're not even on the ground right now.
Yeah, we're not rolling around on the ground. Or you prefer our on the ground in the USA stuff.
Oh, by the way, if you like cars, go to Worthless Whips, our other channel.
Yeah, I mean, this car we're driving now, you can see me fixing it up, as well as our new monster truck, V10 monster truck.
And I got a very special car coming.
Oh yeah, super cool. Yeah, go check it out, guys. We got a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yeah.
But we're enjoying it, and we're going to make it better for all of you. So until then, you know the drill. As always, stay awesome. Yeah.
Bloody concise enough.
Yeah.
Are we getting McRibs today or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why do we not have McRibs yet? Oh,
yeah, let's get it.
You know how to get the cupcake though.
Yeah, pretty much. I should be able to figure it out. At least it's on camera.
Is it?
Yeah, that back one. Yeah. And it's
You
still
know how to get to the
cupcake shop. Yeah.